Hello. So, for Article 3 of my proposed 28th Amendment, we would set I don't remember if I said this in my second article, because I actually mixed up some stuff with that in another one. We would raise the cap to 13 justices, kind of because we had, 13 original colonies, and now we have 13 circuit courts, so that's why. If a member of Congress wishes to, so that would be Section 1, if not already part of the second article, which I can't remember, but then the next section, if not the first, would be the inconsistencies. It's fun. Would be before someone can introduce a bill in Congress, they must go to a justice that's not the Chief Justice and say, hey, perform judicial review on this to ensure it's legal, it's not conflicting with another law unless it's something that's changing a law, in which case, that would be a moot point, or if it's treasonous, if it's unconstitutional. Second section, or the next section, would say that if it's deemed unlawful, it goes back to them and they're told, hey, this is unlawful, this is why you need to change this. Before and until it gets approved, they can't introduce it on the floor. If it's deemed unconstitutional, it is seen as an act of treason. And that's that. That justice is then obligated to, without informing them, go inform the president, so-and-so just tried to perform an act of treason by violating people's constitutional rights. And then that would actually be grounds for treason. The next section is that if something passes the metric of being lawful and constitutional, it then goes to the Chief Justice to review to ensure that the prior justice did not mess up. And if it's a case of, hey, no, there was a law that, was violated, we're going to point this out to the justice and to the member of Congress. If it was an unconstitutional thing, it will be brought up to the president and also to the Senate that, hey, a sitting justice attempted to allow something through that was unconstitutional. Or kind of up a creek without a paddle, this justice needs to be impeached. But if it's approved, then it's allowed to go on the floor. If the president of the United States wants to introduce a bill, he's got to pick the next section would say that he has to pick a justice that he did not appoint as a justice, unless for whatever reason everybody had to be replaced. Then it would be whoever the second appointee is. The first appointee would be the Chief Justice, and then the second appointee would be who he'd have to go to, or he'd have to go through an order of them. And it would follow the same practice of, hey, is this a law? Is this unlawful, or is this unconstitutional? And then, you do it like you would a member of Congress. So that would be that. That would be the new reformed judicial review. I actually got an order I got to go get, 2 orders I got to get. But that would effectively be it. Just preemptive judicial review. And the next section would say, courts are now required, hey, when someone's being charged with something and that law infringes on their constitutional rights, like you can't have a firearm in this location, right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Hey, you cannot peacefully protest outside of this government building, or you cannot say your piece at a school board meeting. Hey, that's infringing, that policy is a violation of people's rights. You have committed something that is unconstitutional. You're to be removed. You're a platform like YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and you tell people, hey, you can't talk about this here, or we don't support you talking about these things. If you're an American citizen, that's protected, unless you are aiding and abetting in treason and in whatever, in which case, hey, we can't block your account, but we can hand this information over to the police, and then if it's found you are guilty of this crime we suspected you of but didn't shut your account down for, then we can get judicial permission to shut down your account or whatever. Just because Yeah, but you cannot moderate it as though you are the law. You're not the law. You have to take that information, give it to law enforcement, investigative agencies, whatever. So it would basically protect your rights. And there's that. Again, sorry this is all janky. I gotta go get this. I just had to check my notes for stuff, and I had to find a good time. It sucks when you sleep all day and then you work immediately after you get up. Yeah. Have a good day. Whoever sees this, Jesus loves you.